where the rupee is 87.40 against the dollar. It's a significant drop. Once again, of course, we started this week with a sharp drop in the rupee, hitting record lows, crossing the 87 mark. And now we're reaching towards the midpoint of the 87-88 window. I have with me Mr. Kende. Mr. Deb, just wanted to ask you with respect to the current levels, do you see any specific fundamental reason at all for the rupee's weakness, sir?
Hi, good afternoon. Well, this was a sudden move about an hour before, because since morning the rupee was trading around 87.11 to 87.15 levels. And off late it moved to 87.41. There were some reports coming in that there were huge weekly settlement in the NDF market, which had an expiry today, and that was quite a huge amount. So that had impacted the rupee to sudden fall from the 15, 16 level to 40 levels now. I guess there's some intervention just going on. It is holding around 40, but it's now trading around 42, 43. But I guess this 44, 45 should be the peak, because this is a one-off case. Every week there is an NDF settlement, but the volumes are not too big. Today's volume was very, very high. No idea what volume was, but that made the NDF to go weaker, and rupee interbank OTC also followed it. That's a one-off case. I don't think rupee will go much weak from here.
Are you seeing any RBI intervention at this point in time in the current market volumes?
Well, yeah, definitely RBI has been intervening, and as you rightly said, that undue, unwanted volatility should be avoided. I guess RBI is intervening through nationalized banks. But this may correct back today. But going forward, just one thing, we are having a meeting with our Prime Minister and Mr. Trump coming 12-13. And post that meeting, we will see a lot of movements, more a correction from this particular weakness of 87.40. We would see the weakness temporarily coming to an end. We will see a little bit of relief from the tariff fear which we have. Maybe this 87.45-50 could be a temporary high of the rupee.
Just to get a fair idea of what is exactly causing this. Now, you said that this was largely because of some deliveries in the NDF market, but broadly speaking, the dollar strengthening doesn't seem to be going away anywhere simply because of the way that international trade is placed at this point in time. But anything that is concerning you at all?
Well, the dollar index had touched close to 110 about a few days before, but then again it came back to 108. Dollar index was in the range of 104 to 108. I don't think dollar index has much to do, because till the Friday end, the rupee had closed at 83.65. And on Saturday morning, when Mr. Trump imposed tariffs for 48 hours, which was later removed on Monday, the CNY, which had also weakened to 7.31, it opened today at 7.28. So all other currencies corrected, including euro and others, but unfortunately rupee didn't correct. So I sincerely feel that the correction of the rupee is due any time. May not go to 85, but definitely it should move around 86.50, 86.70 level once again.
I was just looking at some of the data that our team here has presented. But dollar index is up about 1% since Jan 1. Comparatively, rupees fallen 2.2%. Are you seeing any? Are you making anything of the gap there?
Well, dollar index, which is normally a weighted average of the 6 currencies, out of which euro has a 57% weightage. But when you talk of tariffs coming in, and especially this thing started after 6-7 years when the first tariff was imposed in 2017. We've seen a lot of tariff war coming in that point of time for the first time, and now again we are watching it. So the present extra weakness of the rupee, which is about 1.5% more, is purely on that threat of tariff. And also Mr. Trump had announced that he is also looking into the BRICS country, where India is a part of that, whether to put tariff or not. So that's a little bit of threat. But dollar index, 108 rupees should have been somewhere around 86.50, but this tariff threat has brought in 1 rupee more to 87.40, 45 today. So as long as this tariff war continues, maybe we could see high volatility, but once it is being sealed properly for a couple of months, we will see some correction in the rupee coming in.
That to happen after the meeting between Donald Trump and Narendra Modi. Then.
Absolutely.
Got that. All right, Mr. Thank you so much for joining us and taking time out to discuss this topic, sir.